This looks just a little brighter.
It does, doesn't it? But we do still have this layer of white cloud. But yeah, I think you're right, Naga. It has been sunny across much of Scotland, and we saw some pockets of brightness for northwest England and northwest Wales yesterday. But wherever you were yesterday, the weather is likely to be similar again today. So more low cloud, more gloom for many of us, but we'll start to see some changes tomorrow. There'll be some showers, particularly out towards the west, and then the skies are going to slowly brighten. So things are looking a lot more cheery, but a lot of mist and fog around again this morning. And some of that fog really quite stubborn to lift and clear across parts of northwest Scotland. But here we'll see some brighter skies through the afternoon. Elsewhere, the low cloud, the gloom is just set to continue. A little bit of drizzle, but generally dry, again very similar to yesterday, and some brighter skies developing, I think, across southern areas of Scotland and down through northwest England, perhaps northwest Wales too. Elsewhere, the low cloud is just going to linger on, and it's feeling a little chillier than it was yesterday, but most of our temperatures just squeaking up into double figures, and the winds of course stay light. Now it's going to feel quite cold overnight tonight, particularly out towards the east. Some clearer spells for a time here, especially for northeastern Scotland. But here's our change working its way from the west. It's a cold front. It'll start to ease some patchy light rain and drizzle into Northern Ireland and western Scotland in time for tomorrow morning. Now tomorrow, of course, Remembrance Sunday. If you've got events planned, services, then just bear in mind that there could be some rain just working its way southwards and eastwards, but it will tend to be quite light. Again, the cloud continues for many through the morning, but look at this, brighter conditions across Scotland and Northern Ireland through the afternoon. And I think we'll also see some brighter skies, little bit of limited sunshine for parts of East Anglia and down through southern England as well. And then that weather front just gradually clears its way southwards and eastwards. So clearer feeling air, drier air into the start of next week, when there will generally be a lot more sunshine around. So Monday, yes, more sunshine. It looks dry again, a different feel to the weather, a lot less moisture in it. So we'll be without that mist and fog and low cloud, and just a bit of a northerly wind blowing down towards these eastern coasts. So here we could see one or two showers, but generally the dry theme is set to continue as we head into the start of next week, Naga and Charlie. But there'll be a lot more sunshine, and this time it'll be more widely shared. This was northern Scotland last night. It was Aberdeenshire. Scotland really the envy of the whole of the UK weather-wise at the moment, not just for these bright northern lights, but also for the sunshine as well. This is where the sunshine's been most abundant over the last few days. So areas of Fife, southeastern Scotland, also across northern Scotland, we've seen a lot of blue sky, because this is what the picture has been like for the vast majority of us. Really very gloomy, dreary, beautiful Bakewell just shrouded in more layers of cloud again yesterday. Now, whatever you saw yesterday across the UK is what you're most likely to see again today. It's looking very similar weather-wise. There is a bit of fog, though, across northwestern areas of Scotland. That's going to be quite slow to lift and clear. Hill fog elsewhere, lots of low cloud. It's rather gloomy yet again. We'll be keeping that cloud throughout the day, but once again, it will brighten up for northeastern areas of Scotland, for the southeast as well, and down through northwestern parts of England, perhaps Cumbria, Lancashire. We could see some pockets of brightness, and also across northwestern Wales as well. But elsewhere, just that cloud is going to linger. A few spots of drizzle, but generally dry, but just rather a grey day yet again. I'm feeling a little bit chillier than it did yesterday too, but the winds are light. Now tonight we do the same thing all over again. Some clear skies, particularly across northeastern Scotland, northeastern England perhaps as well. And here it's going to feel chilliest into tomorrow morning. But elsewhere, lows of around 5 to 8 degrees Celsius. Again, we start off Remembrance Sunday with a cold front that's going to bring some patchy rain into western Scotland and Northern Ireland through the morning. And that's going to herald the changes into the start of next week. So a slightly different feel to things tomorrow. If you've got a service or events planned through the late morning, of course, then just watch out for a bit of patchy rain sinking southwards and eastwards. But look, brighter skies for western Scotland and Northern Ireland later on through the afternoon. And there could even be some brighter spells perhaps across parts of East Anglia and southeast England. And behind that front, a different feel to things. It's going to be drier, clearer air just pushing down from the northwest here. So a lot more sunshine as we head through Monday. Could possibly be one or two showers just running down these North Sea facing coasts maybe, but a lot more sunshine around and a much cheerier looking day this time across the board, and not just for parts of Scotland. Temperatures slightly higher than the average, Charlie and Naga.
Hills there, maybe not. I'm not sure where would that be?
Well, there could be, Charlie. I'll just have a peer over the hills. Can't see very well, can you? Because it's just so misty, it's cloudy, it's likely to stay that way again today as well. This is Brill in Buckinghamshire here, and we've got more low cloud. It's just one more day of gloom basically, and then things will start to change as we head through the next few days. So it will be turning a bit brighter. We can expect to see a little bit of light patchy rain and drizzle though on and off through the day tomorrow, but then a lot more sunshine into the start of next week. If you're in Scotland again today, well then lucky you. Here it should cheer up quite considerably through the afternoon, but there is some fog to start off the morning across parts of the north and the west, and that's going to be slow to lift and clear, but some brighter skies later, and maybe a few pockets of brightness too across parts of northwest England, Cumbria, Lancashire and into parts of northwest Wales. But elsewhere we'll keep that low cloud, the mist, the murg, and perhaps a few spots of drizzle, although generally dry, just the drizzle from the thickness of the cloud, and it's a little bit cooler than it has been over the last couple of days as well. And into tonight, we'll see some clear skies out towards parts of northeast Scotland, down through northeast England perhaps, and here maybe a little bit of a touch of frost into tomorrow morning. Elsewhere, the cloud will thicken from the west, the wind will pick up, and here's our weather front that's going to herald the changes. So Remembrance Sunday, of course, tomorrow, there will be some outbreaks of mostly light, patchy rain, just pushing the way southwards and eastwards as we head throughout the day. But behind that rain comes some brighter skies, so some sunshine through the afternoon across Northern Ireland and across much of Scotland again. But we'll also see some brighter spells, I think, develop across parts of East Anglia, the South Midlands and into southeast England too, but just that cloud quite thick as the front rolls through. But some changes coming into next week. That's because we've got a different air mass behind that cold front, so clearer, drier air mass, and that's going to mean less moisture, less mist, murk and low cloud, and more in the way of sunshine. So much more cheery into the start of next week. There'll be a lot of blue sky and sunshine around on Monday, which will really make a difference, I think, to the spirits. Just a bit of a brisk northerly, northeasterly wind blowing down through some North Sea facing coast. So here we could see one or two showers, but generally dry and temperatures a little bit above the average. High pressure still dominant into the start of next week. It's slowly slipping its way further westwards. But if we just take a look at the outlook for some of our capital cities as we head through the week, then you'll see there's a lot more sunshine on the charts. It's generally dry, a bit more unsettled towards the end of the week. Charlie and Naga.
Sherlock Holmes film.
Yeah, it's a good point, isn't it? This is County Durham, taken within the last hour or so. It's certainly misty, murky, very gloomy again here today. And it's just another day of more of the same, really. We did see a lot of sunshine yesterday across parts of Scotland again, so this is where we had the best of the blue skies. And whatever you saw yesterday, wherever you were across the UK, it's likely to be the same again today. So another day of gloom, another day of sunshine for some, and then for all of us, that sunshine will be shared a bit more evenly as we head through into the start of next week. Brighter already tomorrow for most of us, but there could be some showers in the west, so we'll start to see some more changes tomorrow. But for this morning, we've still got some fog across parts of northwest Scotland. That's going to be quite slow to lift and clear, and it's misty, it's murky, lots of low cloud elsewhere, very similar to how it was yesterday. A few spots of drizzle, but generally lots of dry weather around as well. And we'll see some brightness develop maybe towards parts of northwest Wales into northwest England, Cumbria and Lancashire, and certainly some brighter skies developing too across many parts of Scotland, particularly the south and the east, and out towards the northwest as well. But a little bit chillier than it was yesterday, and certainly feeling cold again under those layers of cloud. And we'll keep the cloud again tonight, of course. Some clearer skies out towards the east, parts of northeast Scotland maybe seeing a touch of ground frost perhaps into tomorrow morning. Also northeast England, a chilly start to the day. We've got this weather front that's pushing into parts of western Scotland, Northern Ireland tomorrow morning, bringing some patches of rain. Of course, lots of events going on tomorrow for Remembrance Sunday. Could see a little bit of rain just gradually sink its way southwards and eastwards. It's fairly weak though, this front, pushing into across the North Midlands and down through northern Wales, I think, as we head through parts of the afternoon. But look, brighter skies developing behind. There'll be some sunshine for Northern Ireland and for much of Scotland through the afternoon, even a bit of brightness across parts of East Anglia, the South Midlands and through the southeast as well. So big changes weather-wise into the start of next week. The air mass is clearer, drier. There won't be so much moisture in it. So a lot more cheery across the board as we head into Monday. It's still going to be dry, still high pressure dominating, maybe 1 or 2 showers just blowing down these North Sea facing coasts, but lots of dry weather and lots of sunshine this time as well. And the temperatures will lift to around 10 to maybe as high as 14 or 15 degrees Celsius. High pressure still dominant for the start of next week. So yes, it's still dry, but look at the charts here. A lot more in the way of sunshine, Charlie and Naga.